Buhari should expect murder of all protests any moment from now, CAGG said it. Olusegun Bamgbose, National Coordinator, Concerned Advocate for Good Governance, CAGG, has warned President Muhammadu Buhari ahead of what he described as a murder of all protests. The senior lawyer warned of another protest which might spring up any moment from now, adding that it was no longer funny that Nigerian university students are still at home doing nothing. Bamgbose, just like many other well-meaning Nigerians, wondered why President Muhammadu Buhari should always be put under pressure to address the nation in trying times like this. He said that Buhari should respond to critical issues timely and promptly, than wait for Nigerians to plead, persuade, and urge him to do so. This address should have come earlier than now, and lives lost would not have happened. Government should be more responsive. That's what makes it responsible, he said during a chat with Daily Post. One particular thing I am holding in his statement is your voice has been heard loud and clear. Let's hope in the coming week things will evolve to show that the protesters' message have been truly heard. However, it's pertinent to warn Buhari ahead of another protest which might spring up any moment from now. It's no longer funny that our university students are still at home doing nothing. I have reasons to believe that the students are warming up to organize murder of all protests if Buhari fails to accede to the demands of ASU. Buhari should not wait for the protest to break out before granting the request of the lecturers. The best time is now. One would expect this government to be proactive. They should be responsible to the needs of the citizen. Delay is always dangerous. Prevention is better than cure. The students will certainly protest soon if nothing reasonable is done to get them back to the lecture room. A stitch in time saves time. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This is so worded. Coming from Olusegun Bamgbose, the National Coordinator, Concerned Advocate for Good Governance, CAGG. This is worded. How I wish Buhari would get this information as soon as possible. This is no longer funny in Nigeria. How can ASU be on strike for only God knows how many months? The lecturers are not paid, or whether they are not well paid, or they have not even received salaries for how many months, and these people are federal government workers. Why is this thing happening to our citizens? And Buhari is keeping mute. Like Bamgbose said, his teaching time saves 9. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. He has seen another murder of protest, the one that might be greater than the last one we had in Nigeria, because the students are not even happy. They are staying at home doing nothing for how many months now? They are not doing anything at home. They are just there. Do you know that if the ASU were not on strike, the numbers of protesters may not have been large like this. There would have been reduction in the numbers of these protesters. Some of them would have been in school. In fact, most of them would have been in school. If they're in school, tell me how they will have the time for protest. No, They are at home doing nothing. Even the lecturers too found themselves on the streets making their own demands. How can a president of a nation keep mute like this on pressing needs of the people in the country? Things are no longer funny. This is a warning to the president by CAGG, saying to him that he should do something. He shouldn't wait until he's been persuaded, plead, and urge him to do something. He said Buhari should respond to critical issues timely and promptly than wait for Nigerians to plead, to persuade, and to urge him to do so. This is not supposed to be. Must you persuade somebody every time before he will do something to you or do something for you? Definitely, the person will get tired of pleading, and one day he will stand on his feet and say, no, I must get this thing by fire, by force. If it's not going to take plead again, it's going to take fire by force. This is not supposed to be. It is the right of the people, and that is what they are demanding for. As a citizen of a nation, you have the right to education, whether free or not free. You still have your own right, and this is the right of the people, and this right of the people have not been given to them. The students are just there doing nothing. Can you, as a leader, most of our leaders in Nigeria, their children are not schooling in Nigeria. Can you pray for such thing to happen to your own child? That your own child should be at home on the grounds that the university where he or she attends are on strike based on the demands of their lecturers. Won't you have done something? This is unimaginable. It is unreasonable. This is just something simple. Look at how long it took the president to address the nation. If he had addressed the nation earlier than now, things wouldn't have gone worse like this. The country wouldn't have capsized like this. Lives wouldn't have been lost at Lekki Toll Gates. The youth's needs would have been met. He just did medicine after death. That was what the president did. He kept mute until things went out of hands, went out of everyone's ways, until the country was about to, turn upside down. That was when our number one citizen president stood up to say something. He has refused to address the nation or to meet up with the demands. This is not too good. They are warning Buhari for another murder of protest. If he does not want such protest to happen, he should do something about the demands of ASU. He should do something, because if these students should break out again, it will not be easy for all. It will not be easy again, and we are tired of losing lives. We're tired of losing people, human lives in this country. So Buhari should please do something before a murder of protest happens again in our dear country. This country used to be a peaceful country. Now look at how many funds that must have been lost in the past few weeks. If Buhari has spoken or addressed the nation, this wouldn't have happened. Look at how many countries that may not want to associate with Nigerian government any longer. If he had addressed the country, this wouldn't have happened. Things wouldn't have gone out of hands. Things wouldn't have gone worse. This wouldn't have turned out this way. And that is why the CAGG is begging him now. They are telling him to do something very fast before a murder of protest, before the students will break out again, demanding for their rights, demanding for what belongs to them. It is not even good for this nation to be having protests here and there. I hope Buhari will reason with this and do something so fast and quick. Thank you, and I will see you on Georgia News. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to drop your comments, your takes, and your opinions on this issue. Bye for now.